Ah! Sorry. That's the burnt my pizza scream. I burnt my pizza. I burnt my za. Oh, sorry. I'm just stretching now. How's everybody doing today? Well, I hope. We've had a lazy ass Sunday. I just realized we gotta go do shopping after this. What was I doing? I pissed my day away. Hi, Knife. The furtive pygmy. Hi, Grommy. It was good popping into the stream earlier, hanging out for a bit. I hope you enjoyed your foray into Dark Souls again. It's good having you. Thank you for dropping by. Of course. Thank you very much for streaming and for always popping into these streams too. Hi, everybody. We're just gonna pop right into it. The furtive pygmy. Did laundry and ran an errand we needed to do. Wasn't all for naught. That's true. Oh yeah, we're at the Dragon Shrine. Playing as a jester. It's you, me, it's Mitz, it's all of us. We are the furtive pygmy. Shitposting. You think the furtive pygmy got shot in the neck for saying racist shit? Jester of Satan. Hi, Riley. Also, hi, Dav. Want to make sure that I'm not skipping out on one of my bestest buddies. Yeah, we're the Jester of Satan. We got the fuck-ass bonk hammer, the rose shield. Perkinator was not furtive. The assassination, however, was furtive. Okay. How would he classify then? Let's be so for real. How would he classify it? Do I have to fight? Are all of these guys just chasing me? Nope. Not just chasing me. Please, I just want to talk to your fucking boss. I hate you all. Why is this area like this? Forthright? That's true. Why? What area needs this many fucking guys in it? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me why this area needs 300 guys? I just really like you. They love me. We're playing DS2? Yep. Yesterday, Knife redeemed it, so we're playing it. Look at this fuck-ass dragon. Too many fucking guys, an orgy? That is true. He doesn't even have a voice. He just... he hits the PS3 starting sound. And it's just the same sound again. Dragons have a lot of money to buy 300 guys. Unfortunately, they don't have the money to have a good 300. See where Rocky then goes back to sleep. This motherfucker. And so you peer into the fog in hope of answers. Yep, I certainly do. Ashen Mist Heart. The hell does that do again? DS2 is just too damn long, man. Delve into the memories of the withered. Oh, yeah! Now we can go get giant souls, I think. Yeah, I think I'm remembering now. And then I can also fight this guy, who, if I remember correctly, is one of the worst bosses in the game. Simply because his pattern is mad borked. Come on, man. Get up. I'll do it again. Get up. I'll do it again. And they're all just, like, putzing around. And they all do 1,000,000 damage, too. I love a good putz. Me too. That's like numero uno kind of activity. If I could make money just putzing around, I would. That would be my day job for sure. Anybody else feel like that would be the perfect day job for them? To be a putz? Feels like a job for the individuals that are in like a comic strip, I should say, not comic book. Comic books, they actually do things. My boss clearly got that job. That's middle management, right? Me, I get paid six figures to putz. And by God, I'm gonna do that job. How many of these dorks do you think I have to fight here? Goomba. Hi, Steffi. How are you doing? You were on vacation last I saw, correct? Oh my God. There's so many of them. Middle manager was a guy who would be Nick last name for sure. Nick. I'm trying to come up with the perfect last name. For some reason, the only one I got is Nick Garbanzo. Nick Nichols? That would also be pretty good. How come all middle managers do fuck all, then complain that they get yelled at when upper management makes up some fuck-ass rule that's insane? Oh yeah. And they don't try and help you at all. They have no desire to... Apologies to any middle managers watching the stream. Just many instances I've been in where the person in charge is just like, what the hell do you even do, man? What do you mean I have to pay for a parking permit? I work here. And then they're like, oh, I'm sorry, it's just part of the new mandate. I can't do anything about it. Fuck you. This is why we had unions, man. You're supposed to be on our side. Do you have to pay for your parking? Because if not, I'm going to be real mad at you. This is going to hurt. Maybe for them. Also, speaking of comics, Knife and I saw... Oh, I was too early. Knife and I saw Snowpiercer today. Now, that movie is very interesting. It definitely... Like, it's very good, but also, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, and like, some of that pacing is a little strange. What the hell was that sound effect? Is my game breaking? Am I breaking Dark Souls 2 even in the auditory sense? Now, unfortunately, I do have to hang out in this area for a minute, because I do have to get the Dragon Crest ring, the equivalent to the Ring of Favor and Protection. How's everybody's Sunday been, though? Again, I've had a pretty good Sunday. I love that these guys bow to you and then say, I want to whoop your ass. Bow to your sensei. They're very honorable. I think there's nothing honorable in Dark Souls 2. I think there is not a single drop of honor in this entire game. In this entire godforsaken game. And that's why we don't proceed with honor either. These motherfuckers... Ow. There's a complete lack of honor, and so instead we pancake them. We pancake them like a drunk dump truck driver. Little Taffy Tubbins. Love Little Taffy Tubbins. Unfortunate, the end that she met. Throat slashed. Oh my god, I'm getting clowned. Who upending their mitts? Hi, Noelle. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. The bonk hammer. I love the bonk hammer. I don't know what I would do without it. My life would be in a different place for sure. I don't know what I would do. Also, just before stream, I did burn my pizza. I was like, some of the toppings I want a little crispier. Yeah, pretty crispy. See, you see what I mean by a lack of honor here? You see that? I also have a sty. And that's been irritating the fuck out of me. It's just like under my eyelid here. So I'm trying not to play with my eye too much, but I'm having a pretty good day in spite of a lot of things going very not good. The Great Keeper's Sword. There's too much shit in this game, man. I feel the same way about Elden Ring. There's just too much shit. Frying Grami's wiener because I want crispy toppings. Yeah? Wowza. That's how I feel. Yeah, pizza went to hell, TBH. It did go to hell. I should have taken a picture and posted it in the Discord. Mask of Judgment. Is this the fucking... Oh, it's the Velka stuff. Never mind. I don't care about that at all. What's the crispiest you guys like your pizza? Because I gotta be real. I like my pizza pretty close, like a nice deep brown, much like I like my marshmallows. If I'm roasting my marshmallows, I like to get a good bit of... Oh my god, I don't even know a stack to eat or for other uses. What else are you doing with your pizza? Nice light brown at most. I'll take a light brown. Most of the time I just want a nice light brown. But if I'm in charge of making it, I do end up going with a deeper brown. I feel like it gets the most flavor. Like a chewy. I respect that. I respect a chewy pizza. I'm not... If it's not doughy, I'm fine with it, I should say. If it's a doughy pizza, that's where there's problems. Foot stuff for Grammy's Fansley. I feel like every day I'm flashbanged with some absolutely insane shit. I don't want it to be uncooked, just a little undercooked maybe. Just a smidge. Like the dough, or do you want the toppings to be a little undercooked too? Because I can understand that. Depends on what it is. True. I like the pizza. Like I like it when the toppings are extra crispy. Comes at a premium, Noel. Come on, man. $45 straight from Cheap Boy. God damn, Cheap Boy. I hope you're doing well today. Depends on what it is. Veggies, I definitely want to be roasted to hell. I like a roasted veggie. Ben caught me earlier. For being asexual, you post some very horny shit. Something very funny about that, huh? Bacon bits, beef rounds, just really gotta be cooked through and warm as the pizza. Yeah, I mean, bacon bits I want a little crispier. I like a crispy bacon. So is it consistency in my fucked up sleep schedule? What are your thoughts on difficulty settings in games that make you fun of the player for going easier? It depends on the tone of the rest of the IMO. Because I think Wolfenstein going on big baby mode, it's like, come on, man. You can't be trying to have At least maybe the first Wolfenstein. Of the new series, I guess. Okay, how do I want to approach this? I gotta go up. Should get you on the New Blood games. I've seen them. And all of them I'm like, oh, those actually look pretty cool. Those games do look very hard. Although I am gonna play. Sorry, what's the one with the butt plug support? I can't remember the name. It's fun not to have a care in the world because it's just a joke to me. That's fair, but it does put people in an interesting situation. On a difficulty setting that trolls you for always picking the hardest by naming it impossible, and 90% of the way through the game it makes it literally impossible. I think there is something there. But games are a very specific art form. You have to be just... You have to be just a very specific type of... fucker. Ultra Kill, that's the one. Ultra Kill, very good. I want to play that one when it fully releases, but I'm going to wait until then. Easy mode is now selectable. Is a hilarious way to do it, but if it's like, okay, you weak baby on the selection screen, it's like, okay, man, I'm in the same boat there. Easy mode is now playable is incredible. Daft, can you find that, I know you know that. Pick something named impossible, you don't get to be upset when it is what it said on the tin. I think you're taking it a little too literally. I think people would piss their pants, but I think it would be one of those like quit-or-own kinds of situations. Recently in Deltarune Chapter 5, they added an easy mode for the secret boss, where if you beat it, they like make fun of you for like 5 seconds, and then people got mad that, oh, accessibility that is taunting the player for using it. I think a lot of people... I mean, I'm a Dark Souls player. No difficulty option and just being like, this is the way that the game is fine. I think being like, okay, we will offer you an easy mode. And even if we're going to poke fun at you for it, it's like, okay, you do have to accept that you are on the easy mode. You can't be mad that you're playing on the easy mode. Just have... Just take the ribbing with grace, man. Gave you the VTuber version? Oh. In that case, the boss is a jerk, so it's fine. Yeah, like... You gotta be able to take... You gotta be able to accept that if you're playing video games and you are... Hang on, I just need more HP. And you're playing on the easy mode, and people... I just think that you need to be able to take a little bit of, like, self-awareness. Don't sigh in disgust. The VTuber version... Let me set up the screen region for it. Considering the I can't hear thing in the other chapter, I think there's no problem with accessibility. There you go. Like when a game is like easy, normal, hard, extra hard, masochist, you will die. We have scooped out your organs and replaced them with cybernetics, and you still won't win. I think that those kinds of difficulty settings are fun. Okay, this is the right one. Let's pop it up. Here you go, Daft.
I guarded that. I guarded that! How did I not die? Didn't I die? What happened? Sealed doors? Did I get a cutscene? Okay. Blue seals.
Okay, so she's progressing, but also failing.
Did I
I'm
walk into a
here.
door? Release the door seal by solving a puzzle. Uh-oh. Oh, puzzle. Wait, puzzle?
Graduated to hell. Now that's a good one. Grabbed by the damn door. Grabbed by the damn ghoulies. Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox made you die 5 times, and then asked if you wanted to play as a ninja dog, and the game made fun of you the whole time. I think you have to be able to accept that. Like, if you want to play on the easiest difficulties with games, you have to accept that the game is going to be like, we want you to play on the harder mode. Just think of, like, I think there's a layer of gamers that expects everything to be reachable by them instantly, no more highs and lows. I think it's a detriment to the art form if content locked behind difficulty would be seen as something like bigoted because it's inaccessible. I think like actual accessibility stuff like colorblind mode and like making attacks better for deaf people in chapter 4 is like great, obviously. Yeah, like I think people reading every message but mine. Sorry, I thought it was the same message. Want easy, normal, hard, and impossible, but impossible is the same thing as hard, except it's impossible because something is missing from the map. I think you can't go like 90% of the way. I feel like if you play, you need to make that joke right away. Like you play on impossible mode and it puts you in a room that's just locked and there's no key, like no key on the ground to open the door, so you're just like, oh, okay. I guess it is impossible. What about like 30% in? I think if you're gonna make the joke, it's gotta be right away. I think you can't waste people's time. Unless impossible is an unlock afterwards, like after beating the game already, then you could do that. Name it literally impossible, you cannot complete it. That's one I hate. Elaborate on that. I do think that, let me turn my face into the ground beef on the first playthrough if I want. I think that's fine. However, also, if you're gonna make the impossible game joke, that's gotta be an unlocked difficulty. If you want it, unless it's just right in the beginning. Just like, okay, there's literally not the key on the ground that you need. And there's a message that says, sorry, we replaced the key with this ground beef. Good luck. And then it's just like, you gotta clip through whatever if you actually want to beat the game. Sure. Really, really earn playing through the game on the difficulty. You can unlock very hard in Metal Gear Rising by entering the Konami code on the title screen, and I think that rules. I do think that rules. The ninja dog it gave you ribbons to wear, Akane, because you were punk ass the whole time. That's very funny. Here, let me also pull up the other easy mode is now selectable. The less I have to actually play Dark Souls, the better.
Fuck, I couldn't jump after that one.
Virgil.
And he's got that. And that is the end.
I'll just leave it at that. I don't think we need any more than that. Just the giant middle finger. I love Wooly so much. I love Wooly too. Wooly's got some sauce for sure. It's so funny she died at the door. What am I doing again? Oh yeah, I gotta go do Giant. I gotta go back to Giant Town. I fucking love Dark Souls 2. Hi, Bo. Can we get some wide boinks for Bo? For our good friend, Bo. Miss the Super Best Friends YouTube channel? Yeah. I just feel like Let's Playing in that way is just gone. And I understand why, but it still makes me sad. I was a big Super Best Friends fan for a while. R.I.P. Liam, R.I.P. all of them. I understand why, but it's still like, man, life. Hang on, I'm not seeing enough. I got a wide point myself. Can't believe Wooly and Pat and inconsolable differences. Code for they said slurs at each other. Bad. I thought it wasn't Wooly. I thought Wooly and Pat still talked. Then again, I don't remember. I think after the first boss would be acceptable to do impossible joke as long as you give the prompt of we advise against this if you wish to complete the save file and make the player accept on understood option. Okay, yeah, I would agree with that. Let me hold this for you /J. I want to make sure there's no tone indicators. It is a I mean with Wooly, it's just like, huh? There's a little bit more going on in that dynamic that can make it a lot worse. Reminds me of the story about two brothers who wanted to get up the mountain. One of them hiked all the way up while the other went to the top with the cargo lift. Then they both say, well, we both saw the same view, didn't we? First heard this regarding AI creations, but I think it's also applicable to jeopardizing the narrative and gameplay design in hopes of accessibility. I think I'm in the same boat. Generally, I am not against like actual accessibility. Ow. I'm not against actual accessibility for things that are like entirely outside of people's control, but I think we need to be beyond expecting games to hand things to you. Even if I heartily disagree with the way that Dark Souls 2 is designed. Oh, thought it was obvious since we were Wooly knowers and Pat's been on Wooly's solo channel, free podcast. Oh yeah, I thought it was... I was like, huh? Is there new drama that I haven't heard? But yes, part of the beautiful stuff in the game is the journey. The journey is part of the fuck. Oh, it's the I just got hit by the. I'm inside of the head. I also don't know the OG drama. That's fair. That's fair. Knew they did stuff, then they didn't, and I saw Pat and Wooly big chillin' the day after on Wooly's channel, and I went, okay. That's entirely understandable. Hit with rock. Not just any rock, the head of a statue rolling down on me. I don't even remember what triggers it. There it is. Run forward, run back. Don't get crushed by it this time. Hold on a second. I'll read what you're saying. I have a joke I feel could be funny, but I need a more normal mind on this. Look at a relative scale mitts, I'm sorry. What about a difficulty called furry that turns all armor into fursuits that give no protection? I mean, there is a joke in there. I think that would be a pretty good joke. I think you need to compare the rest of the project in that scope, though. Let's kill the streamer with the rock. Knife. Get the rock ready. Oh my god. It's impossible. There'd be too easy coming. Hello, Giant Lord. What are you doing, man? I'll read messages in just a second. Give me just a second. I gotta fight this giant. Jester versus Jester action. Except the tiny Jester gets the advantage. Simply by being tiny. For comedy and for combat. The Brick of Friendship. Yeah, hit me with the Brick of Friendship, please. Fire seeds. Hang on. It's impossible. I'd be too busy coming. I think each armor set would need to be like highest swag value possible. Hurrah for boss. Give me my soul of a giant too. Mods, brick up mitts with the Brick of Friendship. Please don't actually hit me with the brick. Have you known that I'm a top 12 mid-cent chatter? Oh, I've been invaded. I do wonder how different it would look if I went by word count and not amount of messages here, though, because I do BSing. Well, I think part of it is that you understand that I will read the essays because I love having discourse. I love participating in conversation and discussing. Fuck you. Who do you think you are? You know this is timed, right? I know. This guy from the meme image? That's Dark Souls 3. Yeah, that's Dark Souls 3. I remember spending hours farming this guy with Dark Bead. Hang on, did you pop bonfire aesthetics for that? Because, I mean, he is an easy-ass boss. Who took like 500% damage from it. I remember being like NG plus 11 in this memory. That's one way to farm souls. I mean, like, the bonfire aesthetic idea is really neat. Everything else about the game frustrates me to no end.
You've been long away. Well.
You've topped 12 of us? I have not topped any of you. Well, I've topped one of you. And I'll leave that to the chatters to decide which. Don't say well. Chatter psychology. I don't essay in Arvid's chat because I know the longer it is, the less chance he reads it. The longer it is here, the more likely I'm like, okay, I'll loop back around. Yeah, brother. I had 34 of them bitches. It was easy money.
No interest.
How many do I have right now? I got 8. You know what? I could beat that guy for a minute. I could beat that guy off for a minute. I mean... But yes, I think it's just like... If it's the chat that you think that you can get away with it, you will type the longer messages. And I'm not just saying that as like the you, like the general you. Like 4 million souls, brother. Get after it. Sure, easy souls. Fuck it. It doesn't do anything bad to me. Aga. Head empty mode. Don't say well. Me and after like the you bastard. Hang on, what's the line from Predator? The one where Arnie and oh fuck, I can't remember his name. You son of a bitch, Dylan. Yes, yes, that's the one. Thank you. Who makes art liberal? I think the arts themselves are pretty liberal. That's what I think. You beautiful bastard. Yes, that's the... Oh, I'm getting invaded. Hi. Oh my god. That's... Then why separate the liberal arts? Art is woke. That's why I don't look at it. You rock nerd. That's what happens when you have to deal with the damn dark sorcerer bastards. But yes, Daft and I are exactly that same art. Don't torment Daft with the cute furry. We're like not even an hour in. You can't torture him like this. Anyways, does anybody actually have a definition for liberal arts? Why that is? Because I don't know the definition off the top of my head. Okay, we're just gonna run down here. Arts that include sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I was quite clear. Is that actually a dictionary definition of the term? I thought you were just playing around. I'm too used to my chatters just making jokes. Okay, that does hurt slightly more. I think the sword will kill me. Liberal arts college university curriculum aimed at imparting general knowledge and developing a general intellectual capabilities in contrast to a professional, vocational, or technical curriculum. In medieval European university, the 7 liberal arts were grammar, rhetoric, logic, and the trivium, geometry, arithmetic, music, and astronomy. Astronomy, geometry, and arithmetic being put in the same categories as grammar and music? Pretty funny. Modern colleges, universities, and the liberal arts include the study of literature, languages, philosophy, history, mathematics. I was a fast searcher. Thank you, Sheep Boy. It did. Very funny. Medieval, your favorite medieval streamer. Liberal arts education, traditional academic course in Western higher education, traditionally covers the natural and formal sciences, societal sciences, arts, and humanities. Liberal arts takes the term sense of learned skill rather than specifically the fine arts. Liberal arts education refer to studies in liberal arts degree or... Okay, well... fine art versus liberal art dichotomy. That makes sense. Favorite medieval streamer knows no facts about Middle Era. Goddamn. Yep. Yep. It's It was not a period that I studied. I studied like very early feudalism, and that's about it. That and like the Indus River Valley and like several of the earlier civilizations. That was kind of all that landed on. The liberal arts, want to transition to the fine arts. What makes you want to transition to the fine arts from liberal arts, G-boy? Because personally, I'm like just broadening your horizons and knowledge and like being a more well-rounded individual and studying something that you're more interested in. It's way more intriguing to me personally. Steppied. What I pay, the price I paid for being greedy. Grommy is my favorite medieval streamer because they're 800 years old. How do you feel about historians now calling feudal a misnomer? I learned about that way too long ago. Feel free to spill the beans on that, though. I'm always up for learning. You know, sometimes you don't exactly know why you want to transition myths. Trans my art degree. I'm transing my art degree from English to... Sorry, I'm trying to think. Renaissance era... European Renaissance era art styles. I don't care about my English degree. I only care about one very specific like 100-year era. -0? Yeah, that's not. I stuttered it too much. Just gonna call out. I'm using the term feudal, expecting you not to know. The hell yeah, hog up. I'm unfamiliar with feudal being a misnomer. Why am I just letting myself do it? I think we're only going to do one form of this. That's still hitting. Okay. It's kind of hard to put into words, but fine arts is more grabbable. It's like I can hold in my hands whatever I make. My sociology bachelor, I don't have much to show for it, and my media and communication will probably be the same. I mean, if you only... I don't think you need to have a college degree in any, like, let's say painting, for example. That's learning the fundamentals, but anybody can pick up a brush and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make stuff. And guess what, baby? That's still, it's art no matter what. Like, even if your 5-year-old is making it versus you sitting down and making it yourself. I just think it's important to keep in mind that college can and will teach you things. However, well, never mind, you're in Europe. Having a university degree doesn't typically make you go into generational debt. Fuck it, never mind. What I'm going on about is very America-centric. Studying art and learning to make art is not the same as painting. Exactly, that's the point I'm making. Studying versus making with pretty much everything. Like YouTube University is the joke for a reason. If you have other people to help teach you through that. God, what am I doing? I have 0 debt right now. Wait, actually I did Klarna something. If I could just spend 10 years going into university and just like doing that, learning, and it didn't cost me $60,000, I would do that. I'd do that in a heartbeat. My loose understanding and failing memory, basically the idea is the proper term would be manorialism, signorialism, or the low/high Middle Ages. Medieval period. The term feudal comes from the 18th century French term feudalite to describe the old spirit of law. Ah, okay. The low/high Middle Ages. Interesting. The original K-shaped economy. Everybody's favorite. Imagine being able to Klarna your education before it was applied to your credit rating. God. I'm imagining. I'm certainly imagining. Discussing the Middle Ages while I'm trying to fight a boss in Dark Souls 2. This is just like... This is the Mid-End stream experience. That and it's talking about somebody in chat being like, oh, woo, please. I wish that I could be the one getting stepped on. I wish I could come on those feet. Like 7 messages like that, and then I go back through them and I go, guys, we gotta do something about this. Any chance you could move your skull over the top left corners? For the worst you're covering is the faction? Sure. My souls does not matter. Here, perfect. I'll just shrink me down. Hang on. This is perfect. What do you guys think about this? It matters to me. I know. I go 9-9 now. Pick up the mantle, ping the weird one just tonight. Thank you for being here, Noelle. Get a good night's sleep. Appreciate you stopping by. I was saying all that stuff as a joke, but I want that to be very clear. Grow really tall and smooch. I can't smooch everybody. Here, we'll do this. Right there. I wasn't joking, Noel. I didn't say anything. I don't know, I feel lost. I hang into on video games and electronics. It's like the static interest I've always had. Everything else is fleeting. But whenever I make games, I run into a wall. I learn how to make a bit of code despite disliking coding. Then I try and make assets despite being ass. And then it demotivates me, and then I don't do anything again. I watch a music tutorial. and I don't follow it because it's boring, and I make my mom buy stuff so I can do things, and then don't do things with them. Just wish I could do the normal thing of choosing like one path at 14 and then going down it the way they wanted me to. That's a really tough situation to be in. Let me be clear. Nobody sits down and goes, damn, I really wish that somebody... I think you're just feeling adrift. I think if you were at this age and somebody had decided that and you were like even remotely not interested in it, you would be resentful. We'll choose one path at 14 thing is kind of fucked. None of these people are happy per capita. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're just a little lost. Do things that bring you joy. Do more hobbies. Do things that bring you joy in whatever way you can. Didn't find my path until I was 35. It was a winding road. It's never going to be easy. Like, I'm 28 before I decided, whoa, I have like a handful of goals in my life now. Several of them being like, I really want to make a movie. I don't care if it's bad. I just want to make like an hour and a half long movie. Throwing that together, sure. Do I have to get a bunch of skills and or cash and people around me that want to do that if I want to actually accomplish this goal? Yes. But having that goal helps keep me alight, and I go, okay, well, I'm gonna have to learn a bunch of stuff. Didn't even know it was gonna be my job. Information technology, oncology. 30-year-old me didn't see that one coming. I wouldn't. I would not have made that guess. Just I'm finishing uni in 1 year, and I'm expected to start making money and get a job from this master's degree. I'll probably dislike because I dislike the degree itself, but I can't quit because then I have to pay them back. I want to go back into learning because that's another 2 to 3 years of work. I mean, finish out your degree for sure. And if you're in communications, that's like the field to be in right now, because learning how to use social media, like, you can just be a social media manager for some motherfucker that you hate, or some company that you hate, and then pursue more stuff that you want after that. Set aside a nest egg from it so that you can live off of that while you're working, so you can pursue the things that bring you more joy. Often tell people, do what you were going to do anyway and become really good at it. I think that's a really good piece of advice, WT. Hone in on something that you want to do. I know it's easy to just go, I want to do nothing, but that's not... You will broaden what I would say your soul is by sitting down and going, yeah, I'm gonna do that. You know, like 3 trillion people apply to be social media managers because they're like, anyone can do it. Yeah, but you have a master's degree in it compared to most of those people. A significant difference there. Might have agreed with this 10 years ago. Now I couldn't do that under the threat of death. A lot of people are also very just like, I don't want to deal with all of this shit. I think we are going to fight the giant one more time. Also, if you're in comms, I expect you can spell and use proper grammar. Already you're winning. Cheap Boy, I have a lot of respect for the amount of effort that you put into these chat messages. I know that that's a very minor thing, especially considering, you know, the medium, i.e. Twitch chat. I appreciate everybody that actually... I'll just say I appreciate everybody in chat, but I appreciate that specifically. If you're going to type a long paragraph like that, please type something that is comprehensible. Not that anybody has done that. quite proficient at writing in English, but my writing in Hungarian is lagging. I wouldn't sweat that too much right now. I think that English will always have its place too. Something of a wall effects maker if my cord gets pulled. I would agree with that. I don't know. Does anybody else have anything that they would suggest regarding their life path? I feel like Ninth, you also have a good bit of experience in this regard too. Sometimes you just do your day job so that you can survive another day. Does it give you a giant soul each time you use a fire setting? I didn't check that, and also I didn't actually grab the soul last time. Thank you. Great piece of info that I completely forgot to check. Yeah, I never knew what I wanted to do, and I still don't. That's completely understandable. Orphan, live alone, and have no children. Don't ask me about life advice. I still think that... I think you might be one of the best people to ask for life advice. I feel like people learn a lot more from a life that they had regrets in than just being like, oh yeah, my life's perfect. Everything just kind of lined up. I'd rather ask you than that guy. Oh yeah, you know, I just became a life coach at 19 and I've done that ever since. I want to be an arsonist. I mean, what's stopping you? I also keep saying to Knife, like, you should re-engage with... No, it doesn't give you a soul every time. Damn. Oh well, that's a lot of souls, though. I feel like this game wants you to be level 300. You said anything is stopping me? True. True. Gold Mine, Nevada, Demolition. Yeah, Daft, can you learn... Can you be our demo guy? Every Shadowrunner squad has to have the demo guy. And I think you're the perfect candidate. You're in Scholar. I think they patched it in Scholar because they hate you. Fuck! That would be cool. Shadowbringer squad what? Not Shadowbringer. Shadowrun. Lost a finger to a demolition accident? Do not... do not lose your finger if you can help it. Battle Mountain especially, they do the big booms. Noted. Anyways, Daft, become our demo guy. Went to school, paid off my student loans, I've been working in industries since 2018 and still don't know what I want to do. Grami, I think you're also doing a great job in pursuing that simply because you actually like are playing bass and saying, I want to do these outside activities. Paying for work is just whatever. I want fulfillment outside of work. I would like it if I could be fulfilled in work, but I will settle for anything else. I remember a few days ago I was opening up it to my roommate about like bottling up my worries, how many things I'm trying to do, and he asked me if I have ADHD. And yeah, I'm diagnosed for 11 years. I think now I just wonder what it's like without ADHD. Can't imagine a world where I don't imagine myself as a modern day Renaissance man, no matter how much that is discouraged nowadays by societal expectations and structures. Hey, Sheep Boy, I'm kind of in that same boat. I don't give a fuck about specializing. I want to be just good enough at several things that I can be like, it can influence itself. It has like the jazz effect of like, I know just enough that I can get away with stuff. And what I know what I don't know. I mean, the puppet alchemist idea I had for Pathfinder is still there. I think that's a great idea too. Fulfilled in work, however, my quality of life is dampened by the salary. Nothing pays well enough to live a good life right now. It's mad fucked. Sounds familiar. I'm in academia. I love my work. Don't love the paycheck. And every single person I talk to about that is like, sure would be nice if I had a little bit more money. Especially considering how important this work can be. What level of adaptability do you soft cap at? Hang on. Did you know there's a correlation between ADHD and entrepreneurship? I think people like us don't like playing by the rules of the average corp. Yeah. I think that you're very on the nose there. I think a couple years older than you, Sheep Boy, and I've made a lot of mistakes and I finished college late, so. But I don't know if I can give good advice, but I can say that I've been in the same boat, and I'm just like, what kind of search in life do I want to pursue? Which of these? I think it's this one. Same correlation tracks to sociopaths. Take it easy on the reading psychology without the actual psych present. I think it's okay. We're just sitting here yammering. I think that we can do a little bit of assumption there. Do a little bit of back and forth discussion of personality. What I want to have is an impact on things I care about value-wise. Well, where do you put value in your life then? Because that's an important answer, an important part of that question. I'll ease off. I think I was just trying the knee-jerk thing with IRC chatters, trying to self-diagnose people. In this case, an actual doctor did, so fair enough. Yeah, Sheep Boy actually, you know, having the diagnosis. I have my own armchair diagnosis of neurodivergence. I think it's safe to say, like, the neurodivergence can speak to itself. I'm not gonna say, like, motherfuckers that are 5'7" with brown eyes and brown hair all be like this, and it's just a picture of somebody else. Also, I'm not 5'7", and also I don't have brown hair, so. Can you rephrase that? Hair, none. I actually do have that on my driver's license. They had hair bald, and I said, sure. Yeah, I'll put hair bald. I really appreciate that being, the DMV being so inclusive with that. Toe walking. Yep, the toe walking too. Hair NA. Certainly not really there. was diagnosed autistic when I was 13. I didn't even make it to the chair in the room before the doctor called it. Doctor was kind of shay because he did want to cure my ADHD by making me detox with wooden toys. Then I never went again, but he was officially accredited. Okay, I would not go back to that doctor, but getting diagnosed, I think, is an important factor there. Can I go into this one too? He's toe walking. He shouldn't be doing that. I love toe walking. It just feels right. Like, I walk in the normal fashion, and I'm like, I don't really... Air quotes normal fashion. The heel toe. And it just doesn't feel the same. Also regarded as very quiet. Hallmark signatures of autism. It's a trait that almost every child develops as they learn to walk. The red flag is when it doesn't go away. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly that. What is going on here, man? Got some heels and toes for you right here. Everybody always about the damn feet. Stop shooting at me. Please. You motherfucker. Fine. Welcome to Giant Memories. We clown. This is very clown core. Give me my souls. How many of these do I need? I think there are several in these memories that I can get and are important. I think it's like 4 you do full damage to Vendrick, but you can get away with 3. Can you rephrase the question, where do I put value in my life? If you could do anything in your life and make money doing it, or what is the most fulfilling thing that you find in your life, and if you think about it, you go, yeah, I could get away with this. I could get away with having this be something I do every day, or like at least once a week for the rest of my life. I hate these guys. Where do you put value? Where do you put the value of, like, being alive? That's what I'm trying to say. Do that and find it into an income. If you're good at something, never do it for free. Also that. But I'm also in the boat of, like, I fucking hate capitalism. So the idea of monetizing myself in such a fashion pisses me off. But I don't think I'm alone in that. Try up and then lift. I know someone who spent... Is their retirement pulling data from water runoffs? Can be anything, really? Yeah, it's just... What do you find compelling in life? What do you think brings the most joy? So his work is deeply valuable to the hydrologists. I think the study of water is an entirely reasonable and respectable field. Where the fuck do I go for this? But yeah, my big takeaway is, what brings you joy? And that can be a difficult question to ask yourself. I mean, for example, I study spiders in my off time. It's my actual hobby. Who would have thought of that? Yeah, just do what you were going to be doing anyway. Just strip back as much of the societal systems that you live in. If you could do anything, what do you do?
Bearer of the... until...
I feel like Daft would be the perfect, I'm casting aspersions here, of course, but I feel like Daft would be the perfect rags to riches fighting game story.
Bearer...
If I were to assign Daft a great goal, is just... It's time to become the motherfucker that can beat Sonic Fox. It's time to become the GOAT. Or at least good enough to start becoming a coach. I feel like... I think of School of Rock a lot with this one. The specific... those who can, do. Those who can't, teach. I think is the quote. There's also one more of these, but I don't remember where it is in here. Those who can't do, teach. Those who can't teach, teach Jim. That's the one. Man, some of the gym teachers that I interacted with, some of them were great. Let me be clear. Some of the, like, physical education teachers that I interacted with in high school, they were very kind and, like, very attentive and very capable. But some of them I was just like, man, you peaked in high school and you can't let it go. My gym teacher was a state Scrabble champion. Wait, really? Was her name Peggy Hill? I don't know why I remember that. He was a cool dude. Showed me how to climb a rope using only my feet. Isn't climbing a rope with your feet, like, the primary factor of it? Peggy did boggle? Fuck! My joke! I didn't remember which one. I didn't remember which minor thing she did. The thing I'd want to do most is contribute to EU's technological and cultural sovereignty. But I don't know what things I do anyway. I have ideas for creation, movies, games, books. It's a bit like a shameful thing to admit when someone like reaction videos, but I like it purely off the fact that it's like showing your friend a video, then waiting for the reaction. Just like doing things that give people reactions that makes people feel or think differently about things. I think you gotta embrace, one, writing, and two, like, making video essays. I think what you are doing, what you are describing is like essentially independent critic / artist. And I think focusing, you can still focus on that sovereignty for the EU by focusing on local stuff first, or just focusing on local stuff as well. I didn't know that. I was trying to arm it the whole way. He showed me how to snake it in my shoes into an S shape and push off the loop. Yes. Games are an excellent kickball for this. You can execute with writing down rules, piece of paper, little baubles. Yes, board games would be a fucking fantastic idea. I mean, Monopoly was made entirely making fun of the capitalist system. The late friend who was a game maker, we all loved him. Every time we saw him, we knew we were playing a game no one had ever seen. And I think that that would be such an awesome experience. I feel like so many people are just content. Oh yeah, I need to go get my... I need to go get the dragon ring? I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, I don't know anybody in, like, my entire high school associated friend group that went into, like, game dev. Everybody went into, like, data build-outs. Which, honestly, data centers were less of a problem than they were. Were less of a problem than they are now, I should say. Apologies, I'm trying to maintain any semblance of a string of thought, and I'm just... Anyways, what am I saying? What's my age again? I still have one of those pieces to his games on my desk as a little memento. Bastard died at 38. Still angry with him for that. You gotta stick around for the... That's one thing. Just stick around for your friends, if nothing else. It's the little joys. The little joys of the people that surround you. But yeah, Sheep Boy, it sounds like you just need to keep experimenting with different art forms and, like, practice some writing for a video essay kind of format. Whether or not it makes you money or not, who cares? If it's something that brings you joy and you're like, oh, I've learned something that I want to share with the world, my interpretation, like, there's an amount of ego to every artist being like, I think my opinion is one of the more valid ones. And I say that as somebody who has that exact thing and mentally lands in that kind of boat of, like, I do think that I have some good ideas sometimes. Still full huffing copium on my Deltarune theory. Sheep Boy, just make videos about Deltarune and, like, other fandom stuff. Make videos. Who cares if you end up being wrong with fandom theory? You're adding to the documentation of the fandom. Circling all the way back. Don't panic about the answer running up on you. It was 35 when it finally clicked. You have to broaden your horizons to continue to... Where's the other one? Oh, yeah, it's actually down. Okay. I was like, where the fuck am I going? This is the one I need to go to. Bernie was wild, but I changed very little of it. Exactly. You have to do things to learn what you do and do not like. Unless you find something that you're already super hyper fixated on. And then that changes things. If you have that thing already, I think that's what the 14-year-olds, they're like, I'm gonna do this forever do. They go, oh, I love this so much. This is my thing. I'm going to be obsessed with my thing. The giant rests in peace. Are we searching for giant souls? We are. How are you doing, Ray? If you have any advice or recommendations, I would love any of it, because my ass does not remember at all. I only really need one more. But yes, thank you. I loved popping into the Dark Souls 3 stream. That game fucks tremendously. One of these days I will play it on stream, but I think it's been like 4 years since I played it, and I kind of want to let it lie a little longer. Looked up your guide because I'm also clueless. I know that I can go down to the Black Gulch. I know that there's at least one of them down here. Both envious and pitiful of people who figure out what they want to do early on. Envious because it might be nice being mentally situated like that. Pitiful because I think of all the weird shit they might miss. I think I'm in the same boat. I think I'm in the same boat with you there, WT. I did pay for a sub to an art school this week. Want to try one of their oil painting 5-hour lessons? That's a great idea, Sheep Boy. I honestly need to find some time to do something like that, because I find the process of creating with your hands to that extent just absolutely incredible. Like, I can do some digital art. What am I doing? I can do some digital art, and I find an amount of joy in that. But it doesn't feel as tangible. Doing well. The heat is getting to me out here, so I'm going to chill out and hope the AC does work. Did you find the one that's near the Pursuer boss fight? I did. Thank you. I did remember to go check that one. It's just some of the other memories, I'm like, where the fuck are they? Just wish I could be obsessed with something for long instead of extremely obsessed with things for like short bursts. Just hobby jump. It's okay to jump hobbies. It's just like you have to come back to them at some point too. Be like, oh yeah, I do have this other stuff. I do have this thing that I was obsessed with for a minute. It's a tragedy of almost everyone's 20s when they have money in pocket. Didn't consider direction. Don't sweat it. Bouncing off bumpers is half the fun. I'm in the same boat. Spend your money on little things that you get really into. These guys hit hard. Also, what was it? I think... Do I have any arrows that I could be particularly evil with? What's my consumable game looking like? Because I don't mind cheesing these two. I don't mind cheesing all of this game. Oh yeah, I have the Aged Feather now. Remember, there's one Forest the Fall of Giants, but the location was annoying to find without a video. I'm trying to think. Talking about the gameplay on the Midsend chat. We do be yammering about the intricacies of life more frequently than we should, probably. None of that. I appreciate Ray. I appreciate the support here. For what it's worth, the previous topic made me go find DS3. DS3's good. To be fair, the gameplay is DS2. The worst version of DS2. The more we can talk about not Dark Souls, the less I mauled, so... what arrows do I have? What bows do I have that I can use as well? Short bow, Bellkeeper bow, lightning short bow? That might be a good choice. We do have several arrows. If we can kill just one of them, I think that's all we need to do for the cheese. Or any amount of cheese, I should say. We'll just use... Yeah, I think that works. Did take a design course this year, but I didn't show up to the last lesson because I hated how it was taught, so I don't have a portfolio to show from it. I think you do You do have to make the portfolio. That's the most annoying part, but you do have to make it. Otherwise, it's just like, oh good, I did all that work and I got nothing to show for it. Like, I have a 10-year-old portfolio from when I did digital media in high school. I have not added anything to it since, but it's still there. Build it yourself. 100% of my merits come from my production. I don't have a degree, but I'm also a university adjunct professor. Do you think that happened? You gotta be able to show yourself off, you know? Bro had digital media in high school. I graduated high school in 2015. I did photography. I did a little bit of editing in like iMovie. No, it was Premiere. We actually worked in Premiere. So Photoshop, Premiere, Illustrator. I think we worked in some game that I can't remember. Pulled up, streamer graduated in 2015 from high school. But yes, Scratch. Officially the old guy in the club. I've been very open that I'm 28 for a very long time. Our T class is Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Access. I went to a very artsy high school, and that did include the digital media front. I almost went into digital media as my career, or I was going to, but I decided not to because it annoyed me. I thought about the idea of monetizing it, and I was like, no thank you. I'd rather not. I missed the Access. Access is a fuck ass piece of software. I think being 40 is perfectly fine. Perfectly cromulent age. Access, that shit is ass. Give me dog stage 3 glaucoma. It's bad. I feel very lucky that I didn't mess around with it too much. Come on, pal. I'm just gonna shoot you. Doesn't dark damage do more? Doesn't really. I don't feel like it matters that much. Would never teach someone Access knowing what I know now. We're going straight into SQL server. Got some pretty good pull, believe it or not. I can believe that. I don't really care. We're just gonna choose both of these guys. This is a Dark Souls 2, baby. I'll take the easy road on this. Forgotten Key and Soul of the Giant. When I used to stream, I'd literally just stream me working in an SQL server. Got some pretty good pull, believe it or not. I can believe that. I can believe that for sure. Get 15 people in chat when we were yakking about cardinality and sargables. It was great. Unfortunately, all I know is eat hot chip, analyze movie, be bisexual. Do we have 3? I think now we can go kill Vendrick. Don't forget, charge your phone. No, I don't charge my phone. That shit... That's like a 50-50 hit rate on whether or not I'm charging my phone for the night. I like to remind my phone that it can get below 50%. I crack the whip and I go, work! Work, you damn nag! Where the hell am I going? I think there are a couple of things that we can get. But yeah, it's been a... Like, I love working in Photoshop. I love messing around in there. And I would not have any amount of expertise that I do, which is pretty minimal, might I add. If not for my high school experiences. I showed Knife my capstone project for our curriculum on Premiere, and it's pretty silly. Depending on the device, getting it down to 30% charge is the most healthy. Be clear, that is the bottom of the window for a classic lithium-ion battery. Your phone like 70%. Just full. Just full enough. Is this what Kingdom Hearts is, by the way? This doorman. High charge is dendrites, low power is capacity damage. Are you okay? Ring of the Dead. What that should do. Ring of the Dead. Keep appearance human even when hollow. Cool. I came back here for nothing. Will university students seriously get solid-state batteries out of the lab already? We need you. Oh, I'm just thinking solid-state hard drives compared to hard drives, and just the immediate difference. Growing up in like 2010, the 2010s, I'll say 2008 onward. Aware. Hard drives were really the thing. Load times were not nearly the same. Now it's like, load times? What? What's a load time? Maybe that's just a me thing, though. Solid-state batteries charge almost instantly and barely degrade. It's gonna be big, like indoor plumbing big. As usual, mass production is the crux. That would be awesome. I feel like battery technology is probably the most important thing to focus on with some of the latest technological assets. Like, I look at Star Trek, and I know that that's not a great place to compare, but I look at Star Trek and I'm like, we're pretty much there, guys. We're there. We just need the equality of the technology. My Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary vinyl box on eBay because I need the money. Is that a like, I don't care too much, or are you very upset about that, cheap boy? Because that is a huge bummer if you care about it. Told this to my student for years. Invent a better battery and you shall rule the world. I think you would get a huge... If you figure out how to, like, monetize it too, because don't forget that that is the most important thing with our fuck-ass capitalist system. Where the hell am I trying to go? The Undead Crypt. That's where I'm going. Because, I mean, if you look at so many of the big things like Microsoft, Apple, electricity, it's people essentially selling their idea better than everybody else's. And claiming that they're essentially participating in a blood war to decide which is the victor. Didn't have money for a turntable, so I never played it. Cool piece of merch from my childhood favorite game, but hopefully with the owner the music gets played. I think that's a reasonable attitude to take there. A little bit of a bummer, but seeing it go to the right home would probably make such a significant difference too. I will say that I love having the record player that we do have. Also positive it doesn't get made anymore, so I gain like $400 overall. That would help. I mean, I feel like Kingdom Hearts is having a Kingdom Hearts essence. People really like that franchise. And, like, I get it. I mean, I don't really get it. But, like, I understand being fond and nostalgic of things. A Nintendo 64 controller that is currently worth $300 USD market value? No, don't ring that, you motherfucker. It's strange that weird things become valuable later on. Like CRT TVs. Like, you had to pay people to come pick up the CRTs previously. And now it's just like... $400 for one that's of moderate size. Just ordered Dante's Inferno bundle for D&D 5e for $125. That was the straw that broke the camel's back for selling. I've been thinking about it for a while though. Ah, that makes sense. Where people slip up is they start hoarding useless shit thinking it will become valuable and it's just not going to. If I need Magic the Gathering was going to come back and forth, I'd have hung on to my first edition Black Lotuses. And you get that money primarily through like stopping the supposed market value. No, almost nobody is going to pay you the supposed market value. And also it just shows off. It's more... The thing I'm more disappointed about here is that... gotta pop my neck. The thing I'm most disappointed about with Magic is just how... There's like no soul to it anymore. And like I liked Magic, but it was kind of like, well, I don't really know what this is. I don't really know anything about the world or the various things about it. I'll just play whatever seems interesting, which I feel like is how most people played Magic. Like the Greek set, I thought was super interesting. What is that one called? I can't remember. I thought that was interesting, but I'm also like a huge Theros. I'm teaching dead. Hi, Johnny. I didn't realize you were here. Thank you for popping by, saying hi. Talking Magic? Johnny knows it. Left that behind long ago. Zero interest in getting back, especially after the Commander rigs. I mean, Commander... I think Commander is like the only way to play Magic nowadays. And even then, you can just use proxies. Unless you're, like, doing Magic Knight. At the end of the day, it does not... I'm not paying $1,000 to play, like, a fun deck that I had with my buddies. I can just put a card back. I can get some, like, 100 lands and put, like, a sticky note on it that says... Or 2 sticky notes that say, like, this is John. He's a 4/4 white. And that's it. Remember when Wizards of the Coast weren't the bad guys? I remember. Yup. I think it's Hasbro, though. I feel like everybody can agree that it's Hasbro being like, okay, make as much money as possible now. Print that money for me. But yeah, I like Theros. It was like, what is the type of stuff that you're interested in playing? Don't worry, there will be a set for it. Keep it on the radar. Now it's like, we won't make anything original. We will exclusively do jank stuff. Hey guys, you like Fallout, right? Fallout set. Hasbro bought Wizards. Yep. Hasbro, talk about a jacked ass company. Guiltily glances at Hasbro positions. You're the motherfucker that made it worse. You contributed. Sorry. Like, I understand. But also, fuck you. Someone was gonna get the bag. I made it me. I just hate the stock market, man. Everything about it just screams. I don't care about morals or ethics. So do I. I think it's perfectly understandable to want to secure your position too. Once Hasbro engaged the Pinkertons, I was out. I mean, I don't know how anybody goes through that and says, yeah, these are the good guys. When the Dutch invented it, it made sense. It's like an official form of crowdfunding. Yeah, but also, it's become so far removed from that. Like, the origins are fine. But at this point, it's like, I don't know. Stock market is denigrated gambling and retirement funds. Yeah, you gamble everybody's retirement fund, and then when they can't retire, they go, well, we have all that money now. We have all these assets. Buys more gold. Isn't gold crashing right now, too? There's one of the lion guys. Theros had satyrs and, like, Greek myth. I don't know if they had that. You don't want to play Final Fantasy VII Magic? No. Gambling with people's retirement funds? Exactly. Gold is useless as an investment. Curtains fiat currency. For tails. I mean, like, yeah, you could get people to trade you gold for money, but at the same time, it's like, you have to worry about that asset. You have to physically protect that, too. Gold is typically used as a hedge against traditional investments, i.e. the stock market. Just to say, gold usually goes up when stock market is doing poorly. Hi, Mac Daddy, though. Good to see you. Thank you for popping by. I mean, that makes sense for the historical purposes at this point. But the stock market right now, it's what I would describe as untethered from reality. SpongeBob magic cards, canceling Spider-Man magic cards so I can play my Family Guy card. Can't tell me that's not peak magic. That's peak, like... How would I describe it? That's peak Nickelodeon Unite type shit. It's peak Fortnite. Did I miss anything here? No, okay. Sends the message that the stock market is really good, and also that people think that the stock market is really good or really bad. K-shaped economy, yep. We all know the K-shaped economy. I think I do have to figure out where to go for this last giant soul, as much as I wish I didn't. Nobody knows anything anymore. The economy is overwhelmed by fraud and gambling. What, you don't like going to Kalshi? You don't like going to Kalshi and betting on whether or not Joe Biden has a heart attack and then shooting him with the heart attack gun? I mean, when they said make America great again, I didn't realize that it was go directly back to the Gilded Age. I mean, obviously I was against whatever they were gonna do, but I didn't realize that it was that specific. Feel like I'm reliving 2007 all over again. How is no one seeing this? It makes me very grateful that I do not have anything that I can really get rug pulled on. I have my money and my savings, and that's about it. Trump did say the golden age of America was robber barons. He did say that. Let me see this. Can everybody read this? There are only two industries left in America: gambling and fraud. Derivatives, gambling. AI, fraud. Video games, gambling. Social media, fraud. The stock market looks like gambling, but it's actually fraud. It's a pretty good Calvin and Hobbes edit. Very, very accurate. I've been keeping my ear to the ground enough to know, like, yeah, it's all bad. Almost all of assets live in securities. It freaks me out some days. Unless you have, like, a giant trunk full of cash, which... Inflation kills the idea of even having a trunk full of cash. You're probably not going to be in a great position should everything collapse. The rich don't care, though. Proudly hoards my state-funded pension. God, you lucky bastard. I wish I could get a pension. I'm technically a millionaire. Oh, so what WT, what you do is you take a bunch of loans out against that million, and then you never pay them back, and eventually you die without having them collect any of it. Only on paper, making that liquid will be ugly. It will affect markets for sure, liquidating that much. When I reach 50k points, can someone put a Kalshi bet on whether Mitch will play Dark Souls 2 so that I can redeem the Dark Souls to redeem and cash out? Yeah, that's exactly what... We're going to start doing Kalshi bets on Dark Souls 2 specifically. I didn't do anything wrong, but beat them anyway for spite. Fuck you, Mac Daddy Valley. I wish that I could actually retire, you bastard. Get a pension if you go to 3 years of law school and become a public defender in New York. I don't want to become a public defender for my entire life. Fuck that. I think we do have to go back here. A pension at 3 years? Don't you build into the pension? Isn't that a major factor there? Yeah, I was gonna say my pension fully vests after 30 years. It just you get started on it after 3 years. Although don't they also have incentives to like they'll forgive your college debt if you do that for 3 years too. Which I think that's an entirely reasonable way to approach that, personally. Turn through the people so that they do 3 years of public defending. I'll forgive your college debt if you do me for 3 years. I don't think I could last that long. Defending the public? That's called antitrust? True, sheet boy. True. After 4 years, I start getting a stipend to pay for my part of the student loans. Oh! It's college debt, you're forgiven. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. I really needed that. What the hell happened here? So 4 years, you get a stipend? So what are you supposed... Is it on pause for that 4 years too? Get back here, you. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Meat amidst college debt. Everyone does mistakes. I don't have any more college debt right now, guys. But then again, I graduated with like a little 18.5K or so in debt, and that's paid off. We can thank my dead grandma for that. May she rest in peace. No pause, I just gotta pay. That's fucked up. Kinda huge L to have to for you to sit on that for so long. Payments have just gone up because Trump hates Biden so much that they're punishing me for voting for him. I think they're punishing you for existing. That's just college, though. Yes, you had beef with grandma? Oh yeah, she was a narcissistic opioid addict that ruined my grandfather, my father, and my own life in the sort of chain of events. And I shouldn't say ruined, but like set us up for some extreme failure. I think I'm entirely reasonable in my disdain for her. What's your degree? I have a degree in psychology. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology. For all the good that does myself and the world. Por qué no los dos? Could be both. Could be both for sure. I'll say the very same about my own grandmother when she passes. There are a lot of people that are just terrible and need, for the sake of the society at large, it would be better without these people in them. It's one of those, for my own father's funeral, they were setting stuff up, and my father is buried right next to my grandmother. Somebody got a towel out and covered my grandmother's grave so that we could set a chair on top of it. The entire family did not like that woman, and for good reason. All I can say is, I really hope that, when I die, I do not have that kind of, regard from the people that I thought loved me. Oh, so your grandmother died. So a childish, racist, religious zealot left the planet. Cool. Shortest phone call of my life. I'm 100% with you on that. Hearing that she died, I was like, oh, thank God. Finally, she's gone. No one has to worry about her anymore. It's the RIP Grandma. You're dead now. If I could hit the Orange Justice, I would do that so hard right now. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is I hope that y'all have grandparents and or parents that you like. Or any amount of you do. It's interesting she lived to be a grandma as an opioid addict. Oh, she took a bunch of over-the-counter medications. I'm pretty sure that she was on fentanyl for, like, the entirety of the time that I knew her. Like, all of my life. Orange Justice redeem when? When I can do Orange Justice. How about that? As soon as I can hit the Orange Justice, you can pay 5k channel points to make me hit it. The ashen mist is thinned. No! No! Do I still have time? Fuck. Okay, well, I'm just gonna run this back. But yeah, she was not a good person, and secret was not to go to college. I fully agree with you. You don't necessarily need a college degree unless you're doing like academia. Good evening, Goatsend. Thank you, Fruit Bad. Good to see you. Hope you've been doing well. Thank you for popping by. How have you been? I haven't missed any Sekiro, right? Right back at you. Thank you, thank you. Much love. Hang on, let me shout out. Snuck in a short one today. Aw, man, you probably did it while I was watching Snowpiercer. Here, Fruit Bad, take a shout out. Everybody, check that guy out. If you like chill Twitch streams, he's your man. What do you think of Snowpiercer? Very, very, very French. Learning that it was based off of the French comic book, I'm like, oh, I understand. Everything makes sense now. Proceed as you are. But it's definitely not something that I would think like, oh yeah. That's a feel-good ending right there. Very French. Perfect descriptor. Knife told me that, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. The way all of the dialogue is written, it feels like one-to-one into the comic. Or into a comic, I should say. It feels very, very accurate on that. Also, I will check that meteor in just a moment. I'm on a timer in Dark Souls, so I'm gonna get through this area and then we'll check it. I'm due a rewatch. I think it's worth watching for sure. I'm sitting on my Letterboxd review until I have a day to process it, so I can go, you know what? Actually, it's definitely in the 4.5 range. I'm deciding whether or not I want to give it a heart too. Like, it's a very interesting piece for sure. There's a TV show now too. Is the TV show any good? Because I mean, like, the performances are part of what sell Snowpiercer as a movie, and I don't know if I would feel as fondly for it if I didn't feel like every single actor killed it. I've heard it's bad. It's like a cop procedural. What the fuck? Also, hi Testalt. I like this video game. I'm glad you like a video game, Testalt. I'm glad you like Dark Souls too. Everybody's favorite. How are you doing this evening? My funky Testalt friend. I need to look up where the last Giant Soul is. Giant Souls DS2. Memory of J. Accessed by defeating the Giant Lord. At the end of the stage is the Giant Lord boss fight. Wait, hang on. And Memory of the Mar. For the old Iron... Oh, yes, I remember now. I just need to remember the last one. Why did you hesitate to say friend? I was debating whether or not I wanted to say my funky chatter or my funky friend. What's wrong with that? Aren't we friends? We can be friends. Can we get an aga for Testalt? It doesn't have any friends, only Pythons? That's not true. I know Daft is my friend at the very least.
You?
Even if he even if he hates my ass. Here. Another aga for you too. Mac Daddy, are we not friends, or are we Pythons? Is that what you think of me?
Thanks.
I make no reservations about the parasocialism at work here. Oh, of course.
Oh, hello again.
That's the Twitch stream, baby. Streaming on Twitch is that. It's being parasocial with somebody. But then again, there's like... How much of that is, like, Mac Daddy and I know each other. Knife and I knew each other through online, and I'm married to Knife now. The internet is a beautiful place for connection. Now, if everybody wanted to kick me $5, though... That would make paying my bills a little easier, since we are on Twitch.
Something, anything.
I can know my whole story. They still won't know me walking down the street. That's true. But that's why you gotta introduce yourself. If anybody sees me in person, please read the room and ask if it's a right time to approach. Hey, that's also something I would do. Which part, Bo? Also, welcome back, Bo. My good dear buddy friend and chummy pal, dear companion Mitsend, who would take a bullet for me and would also lend me a lot of money, no questions, no ask, no hesitation. Well, here's Testalt. I just paid my rent, so I don't know if right now is a good time for that.
Thank you.
I don't know if I have the kind of cash that you might need on hand. I kind of need that. That's like my rainy day fund. Are you asking me to get in my piggy bank? One day some weird dude is going to blow past you and say, nice Dark Souls stream, and keep walking. If I hear that, I'm going to be like, who the fuck was that? What the hell? And then a day later, I'll be like, oh my god. It was WT. Been spending all their money on Dome Chromer. No! Get it twisted. I spent all my money on getting headshots. That's where the fun money this month went, okay? I would lend Testall a lot of money, no questions asked, no hesitation, and also I would take a bullet. It's okay, Mitch, I can take up the mantle. Thank you, Bo. This is why you're a VIP here. Sounds like hesitation to me. Don't you love me? I love you, Testall. I love you, baby. I love you, baby, honey girl, sweetie pie. I'm just, you know... Chef's a little tight on cash right now. Where's my media review? Oh yes, we're at a perfect time for that. Thank you, Mac Daddy. Please don't sweat it. You'll only run into me in the worst possible place, which I never want to see you in. You might see me there, but it might be work related. We'll just say that one. I spent all my money on head. Crazy Town? Oh my god. Are you really making me listen to Crazy Town by fucking... or Butterfly by Crazy Town? Okay. You know what? I need a short break anyways. Fuck it. Did 0 of these get COVID vaccines? They're also convinced their loved ones not to. Beat braggers, motherfucker. Now you're the one being... Well, this is what I get. We'll just leave it at that. Go back here. Go to the Cardinal Tower. Yeah, I think none of the people in Butterfly by Crazy Town got vaccinated. I feel like they're like, nah, it's okay. Score out of 10 I was promised. I gave it a 3. It only gets that extra point because it's like a 3 out of 10. I only give it that because it's easy to laugh at. Much like The Room. A generous 3. A generous 3. Is that better than Hocus Pocus? Musically, yes. Hocus, I think, as much as I hate to give any amount of flowers to Insane Clown Posse, like, they don't take themselves seriously, and it's all very much to have fun. What was your score for Miracles by ICP? I think it was actually a 4. I think it was a 4, but that it was only because the music video was fun. Still get juiced with the COVID vaccine every 6 months at work. I'm not gonna catch that shit walking through the hospital. That's a... I honestly should re-up on that. I think it's very important to get your vaccinations done. And for ESA, Rats Come Together. Which one is that? I can't remember. Please link it again so that I can remind myself. Not only did 0 of these get COVID vaccines, they're also convinced their loved ones not to. Heat braggers, motherfucker. Now you're the one being... Well, this is what I get. We'll just leave it at that. Go back here. Go to the Cardinal Tower. Yeah, I think none of the people in Butterfly by Crazy Town got vaccinated. I feel like they're like, nah, it's okay. Score out of 10 I was promised. I gave it a 3. It only gets that extra point because it's like a 3 out of 10. I only did that because it's easy to laugh at. Much like The Room. A generous 3. A generous 3. Is that better than Hocus Pocus? Musically, yes. Hocus, I think, as much as I hate to give any amount of flowers to Insane Clown Posse, like, they don't take themselves seriously, and it's all very much to have fun. What was your score for Miracles by ICP? I think it was actually a 4. I think it was a 4, but that it was only because the music video was fun. So get juiced with the COVID vaccine every 6 months at work. I'm not gonna catch that shit walking through the hospital. I honestly should re-up on that. I think it's very important to get your vaccinations done. And for ESA, Rats Come Together. Which one is that? I can't remember. Please link it again so that I can remind myself. Next song. That's which one it is? Oh boy. It's not beating the Juggalo allegations today. I know, that's one of the worst parts is like Crazy Town's Butterfly. It's just like I'm trying to get laid. ICP's stuff is just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just hanging out with my friends. And that doesn't make it good, but it does give it a certain amount of endearingness compared to so many other pieces of media.
What are you doing here? You are not one of our soldiers, and I don't take you for a mercenary. Whoever you are,
Gave Hocus Pocus 4 out of 10 based solely off the fact they were having fun. Yes, that's such a huge factor with art.
Guided by bravery or brashness.
Do people invade in this game? They can, but I'm not human.
This is no place for you.
I could, if you want to play Dark Souls 2 and invade me, send a message in chat and I'll go, okay. How much dog residue do I gotta redeem for you to stream in Juggalo makeup? If we redeem the wig twice? Okay, guys. I'm gonna make a promise right now. If we make it to 365 days, I will wear Juggalo makeup, but in exchange, I do expect at least several gift subs, okay? This is the exchange. If I make it to 365 days, I will wear Juggalo makeup. But I do want some gifties for it, okay? Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2. I will give 10 for Juggalo makeup. It's at least something. Thought you were gonna say something unreasonable like don't make fun of me. Testal, I'm streaming on twitch.tv. I'm practically putting a sign on my forehead that says please make fun of me. I will gift 0 and watch it. That's fine. That's also fine. If I gotta pay $30 for you to put on Juggalo makeup, I've done dumber shit for more money and you know this. Okay, how about this? I think we'll turn it into a fundraiser. Already made my grandfathered in turbo money. Yeah, like 4 cents a stream, man. The ad money for small streamers is like somebody throws a quarter at me once a month and goes, "Here, catch it. Don't spend it all in one place, fucko." Not paying you $1,000 to put on Juggalo makeup? No, I'm not expecting anybody to. However, that's what I'm saying. I will also probably gift 0, but this could change. Test all. You're not gonna give me any money. Don't fucking lie to me. I've seen how you talk in other chats. It's okay. No one needs to give me money, but we're theory crafting this right now. If we can do a fundraiser attached to it and like add stuff on, I think that might be more of a doable thing. Throw the quarter overhand with malice. Here it comes. Yep. Not Daft playing Shenmue. Shenmue is a $1,000 endeavor for sure. Wearing clown makeup, I think that's like slip me 100, slip me 30, and donate 70 to charity. Okay.
I forgive your trespass, but leave this place immediately. Just mention
I don't want to give
name,
poor people money. I want to pay chef money.
Will challenge your exit. And even if you don't, by now, my men.
Pretty sure I still own Daft $100 for Shenmue. You should give him that money.
Soon the giants will descend upon this fort.
But yes, I think what we'll do is 365-day stream. We will.
The venerable Lord
do a
this
charity
kingdom
stream
to bring prosperity to his subjects.
Around to it.
What has transformed him so, I cannot imagine. Long ago, the king crossed the seas.
Thank you for the lore dump
the
in the middle of fucking nowhere, man.
And brought back
just under the castle.
Prize. It was then that the golems materialized.
I'm wearing your outfit.
The giants are no ordinary barbarians. A singular rage burns within their hearts. My father and his father.
I was too busy yapping. I don't even get to listen to what he was saying. That's what I get. Hey, Knife, are you here? Do I need to go overtime? Have I been yapping to myself too long? Or does this count as Dark Souls?
Long ago, the king
oh yeah, you're back.
seas,
Let me just finish my.
Let
me just finish telling you my story.
And brought back a prize. It was then that the golems materialized. The giants are no ordinary barbarians. A singular rage burns within them. My father and his father both fought the giants on this very land.
Damn.
The giants have wills of steel.
Aren't the giants supposed to be like Golem-esque? Not like Golem Lord of the Rings, but like
to
golems.
Forgive the misdeeds of our Lord.
Like the handcrafted guys.
That towering monster among them. That is most certainly their king.
Yeah.
He will be a thing to topple. Even if I should die
They're only
trying.
Theoretical giants?
My blade may break,
like they
my
might be
arrows
giants?
fall
Oh my
wide,
God.
but my will shall never be broken.
Go find yourself a rock to tie a string around, okay?
Those who live by the sword will die by it. And
that's what I have to say to you about that.
Won't go down without drawing mine. Take these. I think you may just need them.
Oh good, what are you gonna give me, buddy? The Drangleic helm.
I just do.
What's it look like? Show me. Obviously, we're keeping the Jester's cap on, but it does look good. Good stats, too. Anyways, we stay clown. We stay clowning. We stay rocking. Hello, tunnel giant? Oh my god, I just barely do not do enough damage here. Has anybody here ever gotten a sty before? If so, do you have any suggestions for how to deal with that? Yeah. Many times in my youth. I don't know what causes them. Don't get one. Well, part 1 failed. I do in fact have a sty. Shit in your eye? I don't think that's gonna work. Accidentally closed tab when you mentioned styes. Got them for a bit for a while, but I've been lucky since. Is it something like lifestyle related that you feel like causes them? Anybody? Because this is the first time I've gotten a sty, I think, ever. And it's kind of a huge pain in my ass. Warm compress can help. I think I'm gonna do that. I think we need to go to the store and get a warm compress after stream, because we are going to go shopping. We're gonna go to our GOAT Winco, my favorite cooperative. I think maybe some bacteria and an eyelash follicle. Okay. Sleeping on a pillow is handy if you're someone who rolls onto their face. Just had to wait it out, but clean your face. Staphylococcus in the follicle. Got it. Just wash my face more. The thing is, it's like under my eye, so I may have just gotten shit. Shit in the eye is how you get it, not cure one. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're goated. I didn't even know the follicle. Not the follicle. The name. Got the chat back. Wash your hands. I wash my hands! I wash my hands consistently. I think I've just been touching my face too much. I wash my hands frequently. There's a reason that this is the first time I've gotten a sty. Never touch your face. How much you can do, clean your face, wait. Never touch your face. Especially not in public, but it's like a self-soothing thing. You know? Like I love doing a little bit. Just ice plunge your face in Saratoga water twice each morning. Fuck. How much is that advice gonna cost me? Not having a face can help. I have considered this before. It sure would be nice. I love doing. I feel like that's not a one-count. Oh my god. Does that really one-shot me? What happened to that guy? Is he still around? That you ain't face maxing? I mean, the Giants definitely are. Just obviously don't try to pop it or mess with it or anything. Warm compress did me wonders for relieving pressure eventually. Okay, noted. Thank you, Fruit Bed. That's actually huge. Huge info. My goat. Can we get some W's for the advice? Thank you guys. I actually need this. I know I could Google it, but I feel like I would rather crowdsource and then Google and be like, okay, here's what I can do. Be like, oh yeah, thank you. Thank you. The good advice there. Like that these guys have buttholes for faces. Just classic Dark Souls. Everybody loves the guys that have buttholes for faces. Wouldn't have done that if you smooched him. That's my problem. I just need to get around to smooching.
Be gone with you. Be gone.
Easy to avoid styes in your eye. If you have no eyes and only a butthole on your face. I feel like I always feel like someone's watching me, etc., of course. But I feel like, these guys must have a crazy morning routine. Like, what kind of day in the gym gets you shoulders like this? I would really appreciate if I could get that kind of advice. Lats only. This guy, I mean, they don't skip leg day either. Look at those. Those are fucking tree trunks. Ow. Smooching, he'll tell you. Nobody wants to smooch me in this game. Everybody just wants to beat the shit out of me and or like fall over for no reason. Everybody wants to hit me with their... Is that a stinky hand? Oh my god, he's got stinky breath, stinky hands. Why'd he fall over? I think he tripped and the AI didn't know what animation to play. He tripped on his way to smooch. A man wipes everyone? Wasn't that a job in the Middle Ages? The royal ass wiper. This may be something I've only heard in rumor though, so feel free to disregard. Call my bidet the court hole cleaner? That's foul. The royal asswipe was my nickname in high school. What are you, Wheatus? I'm just a teenage asswipe baby. I'm just an undead hollow baby. I don't have a good follow-up to that, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Thought I had the worst nickname I know about. Well, WT, what is that nickname? Let's share with the class. Cock. Watch the mother hump. Excuse me? What the hell are you saying? There are more people walking the planet who address me by cock than as my actual given name. Is it because you were born the year of the rooster? The full name is Cock Secret, but this usually shortened to cock. Okay, that one is pretty... That's pretty up there. Because of previous work with the shady three-letter that we don't talk about it. Ah, that's fair. Understand, we'll have a nice day. Watch the mother hump? Sean, you gotta sell me more than just watch that. What is it about? What is the mother hump? This is not the giant with the soul. Know their name? Oh. I finally get it. Strange times. WTMH. I'm guessing they're bad nickname. You're asking what the initialism means? Yes. Welcome to my hell. Is this hell? Is streaming on Twitch? Is being on Twitch.tv hell? If so, welcome to hell, everybody. Dustin TV holdover. My name is just a book I liked. I've heard that John dies at the end is worth going into. Oh my god. For you, maybe every DS2 day? Yeah, getting 2 Dark Souls 2 days within the week. I would say that that's definitely strong in the hellish category. If I had to stream, my points are ready. Oh, please. How many points? How many points does everybody have? Let's just hear it. How close to the next session are we? I just want to be sure that I can prepare myself mentally. 15.5k. Okay. Okay. At least I didn't have to wear a wig today. Whoa, now that's private.
Thanks.
56k. I feel like WT is sitting on those going, boy howdy, I can't wait. I can't wait for them to have the worst day of their life. My threat isn't empty. I know. Can't wait for them to have the worst day of their life. Slap me with the Dark Souls 2 redeem. Imagine the devious double DS2 redeem. Sorry, I need to go check. Sorry about the camera work. I need to check where the last dropped by Ancient Dragon. The end of Oro. We've definitely gotten that. We've definitely done Vamar. We've done those 3, haven't we? Did I really not get the one from Oro? Or Vamar? All memories, including this one, are governed by the place unbeknownst bonfire. Oh. Good to know. Wait till they post that they're gonna just do a short Dole stream, then bam, 30 minutes of Garbo. Gonna wait and wait and wait, and on their worst day, then I redeem. Just so you know, unless the stream is like barely starting, I push it off until the next stream. If we're getting practically vibrating about it, But yes, I mean, I guess I can play 30 minutes of Dark Souls. Unless, if I'm just on the intro screen, that's the one. I know you'd be like, tomorrow. I think we've already sufficiently shown that we've had an absolutely terrible day, and I've still streamed. Did I really not get the... Whatever. Let's go fight Vendrick. It should be easier. I got him mostly down last time. We don't need to do much further than that. I'm guessing we were all legitimately proud. Thank you. I appreciate that immensely. At least I was. Thank you. I should just drop one of these souls and level up. I appreciate that people like being here. Even if we spend all of the time yapping about what is your purpose in life? What do you want from life? But yes, thank you, Sean. I appreciate the support. I wouldn't do it without y'alls. Without yins. I guess just crank up adaptability more. Who are you and what do you want, Uncle Iroh? I mean, I've been talking with Knife about this recently. We watched that Drew Gooden video analyzing the Netflix live-action adaptation for Avatar. And it's just so hard to top that because of... I know it's not like Kino media, it's not highest tier media possible, of course. However, it has an enduring legacy because it's so tightly written, and for an all-ages show, it holds up immensely well. I think the thing that pisses me off the most is just the Flanderization and or character assassination that I've seen from it. Like, these are characters that, while very tight on their dialogue and very tight on, like, screen time, everybody falls in love with every character for their own reasons, and it's because they're all so strong in what they do. Like, it's very endearing. My 11-year-old loved the whole show. I inhaled it so fast, and as a 31-year-old, I enjoyed it as much. They're good. It's a good series. I think it's a tragedy that anybody like just getting into the show and watches that, they're gonna be like, why does anybody like Avatar? It's hard to argue there's any weak characters in the show. Yeah! Any character that gets more than like 5 minutes of screen time, and even then those ones do still get good screen time. Like Admiral Zhao. Is probably one of the weakest characters, and even then he's like an antagonist that has very strong motivation and very understandable desires. Cabbage Man? Cabbage Man, you still see like a character arc from the guy. Even as a one-off man, he's a man down on his luck because he just wants to sell cabbages. And they keep getting destroyed to the point of, I think, poverty. Even then, I would say that he gets a total of 5 minutes screen time. Mr. One-Off Joke himself. Gotta say though, I've been ow. Sorry, I've completely lost what I was saying there. Any character that sees more screen time than Cabbage Man, I feel like you do get a lot of character motivation. It's a good character, good show to study in the sense of like, how do you write character motivations in a believable way? Hit the random first name bosses. This guy is important. However, it's hard to give a fuck about him at all. Who the fuck is Vendrick? He's King Vendrick or whatever. Alright guys, I don't want to freak anyone out, but I think that guy's the Avatar. This is Virgnal. I think this is one thing that Dark Souls 3 did a very good job of, is every boss, you're like, oh yeah, this is a guy. This is Steve of Bort Smort. And you're like, okay, but what the hell is Bort Smort? And then you get to Bort Smort later and you're like, oh, I get it. I think that's kind of a FromSoft special, though. Leave you wanting with the narrative until you finally get all of the narrative revealed to you. You know what? I don't even want to deal with you. Goodbye. Steve of Bortsmore. I think I am gonna play Dark Souls 3 at some point as well. But right now we got enough games to juggle between. I still need to go back and do Hollow Knight. And I think I'm gonna need somebody else there for it. So that may end up being like a next weekend thing. I need somebody to help me be my person in the chair, to tell me where to go to get the fleas, and so I don't tilt off the face of the earth. Lack of a cutscene just screams some dude energy. I mean, as much as I do like to shit on Dark Souls 2, everybody does talk about Vendrick up until the story, like this point in the story. He is brought up a lot, so he kind of just gets the first name. He gets the first name, no cutscene show off. That's the point of Dark Souls. Oh my god. Ultimately, we are all some dude who will be forgotten to time. It's true. Glanced. I did glance. It's just a fucking dark room with Virgnal. It is certainly a dark room. This whole place is a dark room. A dark place. Just throw me in the fucking trash. When I die, just throw me in the trash. I'm gonna live forever. Do you really want to live forever? Wants to eat some souls out of the fridge at 2 a.m.? He absolutely does. Reaching into the bag of souls like it's a string cheese at 2 a.m. Illuminated exclusively by the fridge light. Garth Marenghi's Dark Place? Are you... I'm not familiar with that one, Mac Daddy. Same TBH? The Living Forever part, or... wanting to eat cheese out of the fridge at 2? Because, I mean, I wouldn't turn down either. It just depends on what else I'd have to give up in exchange for it. Catch my ass painting caves. Etc., etc. It's a British dark comedy. Yeah, that feels very up your alley. I'll have to check it. Have you? I mean, I would certainly eat souls out of the fridge at 2 a.m. too. Try smooching Fergal. No. It'd be like kissing rotting bacon. I don't think the smooch will solve the problem. Unfortunately, I don't think love is gonna fix this one. Damn, Vendrick, I think we're gonna have to kill this guy. I'm smooching Fergal right now and I'm loving it. Okay. Way to kiss and tell, man. Fergal's gonna hit the bars later and be like, oh my god, you're never gonna guess who I was seeing earlier. And then everybody he talks to is gonna be like, oh my god, you were making out with Mac Daddy Belly, weren't you? He's gonna be really sad. Ow. You're gonna out him to all of his friends, all of his wife. His beard's gonna be pissed, man. Ow. The stagger system in Dark Souls 2 garbage souls? For bosses, I don't think bosses really take stagger. They just kind of get hit. I don't feel like I've had any bosses that I've just poise smashed, but Dark Souls 3 and pretty much everything else in the Souls series, strength builds benefit greatly from the stagger system. Dude does have some sexy legs though. He's a very large lad and a six-pack. I mean, I'm not gonna be smooching Vendrick, but if anybody else wants to, feel free. A little light in that room, he might be a looker. You just gotta experience him. You gotta experience him in the dark. He's not comfy with anybody taking a look at his rotting flesh and everything else. It's send more like prude send. Just because I don't want to talk about jacking off for 4 straight hours, I get called a prude. Has the Overton Windows shifted to the Gooner core? He sits there pretending to be a wall. And then peekaboo, it's me, 2 shields guy. Nobody can come in. I'm the door. I've decided for the rest of eternity I'm going to be the door, guarding the entryway to this place. Talk about a shitty job. It's just like being a fucking Egyptian pharaoh. Gotta bury me with all of my entire harem here. Would you rather be a doorman or royal butt wipe? I'll take the door. I'd rather be shield man. I think that that's a better system. At least one that I would be more into, at least. At least. I'm just not a big fan of royal butt fight. You do it once, maybe 2 times a day. War guy, 24/7. Your job becomes your life. Yeah, I mean, I guess the work-life balance of being the royal asswipe would be beneficial. Hey, maybe if maybe you could be a jester too. You have access to the king. You could make all sorts of witty observations and maybe make him laugh while you got your hand in his asshole. Treat him like a sock puppet. Just make sure to wash your hands thoroughly. Also introduce the world to prostates. Yeah, let me... That's my job, the royal prostate massager. That's the job that I gotta get. I'll stick with asswipe, please. I don't want to be helping some motherfucker goon. Once a day, maybe. More than that? Nuh-uh, man. Go get your wife to do it. Gay? Yeah? And? You got something to say about that? Can we get some gay prides, by the way? We love our queer community here. Age? Yes. Maybe I just need to get rid of regular Aga and make it Age. Just completely swap it over. Gay Joel too? Yes. Yes, my rainbow fish. Oh, by the way, this is something that I want to say I'm not necessarily proud to admit, but my buddies yesterday were like, Mitchell, please come join us. Please come join us in League of Legends Classic. And I said, fuck. I said, fuck. I don't really want to go down this track again, but I will, I guess. I lost my pride emotes. No! Gay pride is good enough. Anyways, I played like maybe 2-3 games of League of Legends Classic with my pals, and then I finished playing, and I got up and I was like, I feel like I'm in fight or flight mode. I just don't want to... I don't think I can physiologically handle this. I wasn't having that much fun anyways, but like the stress factor on my body alone, which is an insane thing to say, I know. The stress factor alone for League of Legends on my body is enough for me to be like, I don't think I can play this game. I don't think I could go back to that ever again. Did you deal with a LOL addiction? I did. Well, I should say it wasn't an addiction because I never solo queued. I only ever would play it with my buddies. I think I solo queued maybe 5 times. I think I got ranked solo queue / duo queue, but even then, duo queue. I think I had that happen a total of 1 time. And I just played with my pals. So I don't know if it's an addiction. It was just more of a like, I guess this is a good way to spend time with friends. And in the end, it's like... Actually, it makes me feel a lot worse than I did 9 times out of 10. It's like putting all of your dopamine into a pot and then doling it out take 10 people's dopamine and you dole it out from a pot. And unfortunately, it's a meritocracy. Unless you have the world's biggest ego. That's why I can avoid competitive games. I think I'm in that boat. I think the only competitive game I could see myself playing nowadays is like a fighting game. Which I think is a huge emotional maturity for me. I just don't find competitive games to be that much fun. All my happiness on winning. That's exactly how I feel too. I'm just not even playing well anymore. I need to get more water. I've not been sipping on my water enough. Everybody, hydration break. Down some water. Down enough water that it makes you cry. Dance till you're dead. Hydrate before you dehydrate, etc., etc. I don't know how many more times I'm gonna try and run this back, but I am at 3 hours, and I'm like, I mean, I can play more. But we gotta do stuff after stream too, so I'm like, might cut it short. Has everybody had a good Dark Souls 2 stream? I hope so. Because, so tired I might die. Well, we might go grocery shopping on Tuesday then. Yes, I like when Chef talked about jerking off. You and like everybody else for some reason. Think we should do that? Okay, we'll do that. That's fine by me. I have a burnt ass pizza in the fridge that I can eat. And now my feet are pregnant. Probably the world's worst chat in joke. Oh, how do you know you're a real Mitts End watcher? Yeah, we talk about feet preggers. Specifically that term. This is what you have wrought, Chef. I want you to know that that's been me trying to rein it in, by the way. If I recall correctly, that was a sentence that I had to be like, don't be mean to Daft, don't make Daft weirded out. The more you try, the more people will resist. I don't think there's a winning with that one. Clarity, you rank feet preggers worse than his Juggalo confirmed? I think it's just the novelty of me being called a Juggalo has worn off. Because I've been called a Juggalo for like 10 years now. Even though this year is the first time I've ever heard an ICP song. My 6-year-old loves Fago, it's hilarious. It's more like 8. I'm gonna round 8 into 10 on this one. Also, Faye, like, a 6-year-old loving soda is water wet. It's not an idiot, that's just a fact. I'm not a juggler. I'm not a juggalo. However, at the end of 365 days of streaming, I think everything I will not be able to fight back on. Daddy, have you heard of Hepatitis Lake? Mick can tell you all about it. Oh yeah, Mac Daddy, do you want to hear about Hepatitis Lake? It's Juggalo related. Probably the funniest bit of Juggalo related lore that I've encountered. When you hear the Juggalo monarch of Twitch, I'll be able to proudly say that I was the first one who called you a Juggalo. Was it you or was it Daft that did that first? I can't remember which one of you decided that I was down with the clown. Ads. Sorry, ad watchers. We did beat Fendrick today. Yippee! Victory, and then silence. Fuck you, Fern Goal. I'm slapping Ian with the drop of prime. Motherfucker, you got the... I see you got the prime. Who better to give your prime subscription to than your bestest buddy? Anyway, yes, I'm familiar with Juggalo Lake. Very funny. I was only half joking. But yes, thank you for your 250. Love you. Mwah. Is it regarded as Juggalo Lake, or is it actually just Hepatitis Lake? Memory of the King. Hepatitis Lake, I mean? Okay. Just want to make sure. The ashen mist fades. I can't leave this room. I think it's officially Hep Lake now. That's interesting. Thank you for the banner pop-up, Twitch. I'm trying to read the messages. Man, I love... There's just something so interesting about all of the Juggalo lore. It's just some of the people with the least amount of care or understanding, or I'll just say that they're just here to have a great time. The Juggalore, even. True.
Seeker of fire, coveter of the throne.
Hey guys, you know what this means?
I am Vendrick, ruler of.
This means we got to do the DLC next. Because we're pretty much at the end.
As flame rises, so does it fade. Such is the way of things. Do you intend
Wait, that's
to link the
Fergnal?
fire?
Yep, we're talking to him right now.
Then you must first take the throne. Prove your
He's
worth.
hot now? Oh yeah,
Find
he
the
looks
ancient
great.
Crowns. Seek adversity, and they will be yours. And your wishes granted.
Okay, which DLC do we want to see first? You could smooch that for sure. Oh yeah, this is like GILF status.
And your wishes granted. And your wishes.
City, juggle listen to your heart. You know it's true. Yeah, I'm the Juggalo Monarch of Twitch. That's how I want to be known as. I'm everybody's favorite medieval themed bald streamer. I'm the Juggalo Monarch of Twitch. City, Underground City. You got it. If you're so inclined, I'll get a set there right now. Underground City also is just rough. Very niche. You think that you think that this motherfucker is gonna get anything more broad than that? Good thing though. I had to choose from so many bald streamers. Yeah. When you do 365, will you put ICP or Juggalo in the tags that day? I think I'll get rid of all of my normal tags and I'll put Celebration, Bald, Juggalo, and ICP. Just for you. Remind me day of and I'll do it.
Bearer of the curse, I will
See who
always
shows?
be at your side. Until hope has fully withered.
We'll see. If anybody, I wonder if I could talk to, like, Arvid or any of the others and be like, hey guys, any of the bigger streamers and be like, hey, I've done 365 days of streaming. Can I get a little bit of love perchance? What is day 365? Because I'll put that shit in my calendar. I believe it's December 18th.
Bearer of the until
I will be sure to ping you and Daft and anybody else that wants to show up for that one. I legit found you because you were streaming Bloodborne and you had non-binary in your tag. Do you search out non-binary people? I mean, like, I'm obviously thrilled by this. I'm just trying to riff on this in any fashion possible. Bloodborne. Durka! Hey, everybody! How's it going? Well, I mean, I was just gonna wrap up, but if I'm gonna get the Durkee raid... Hang on, let's give a shout out to Durka as well. With the Durkee raid, I mean, I guess I'll extend out my Dark Souls 2 suffering and go hang out in the DLC. No sweat, send it along to someone else? Nah, I'll keep it going for at least an hour. Thank you very much, though, Durka. I hope you've been having a great time. Were you playing more 18 Naked Cowboys? Hanging out in Ram Ranch? Red Dead 2? Yes. That game is so good. And here's the thing. I kind of hate Rockstar games, but in spite of it being a Rockstar game, I'm very, very happy with it. Also, hi Trim. Hi Junior Pingu. Good to see you both. Not now, you're not. Do the stream over. The Raiders missed it. Nope. No, I'm not doing all that shit again. Why the hate for Rockstar? I just think that a lot of their GTA writing, especially like GTA 4 and GTA 5, it's too post-ironic. It kind of annoys me. Whereas Red Dead 2, I feel like there's a lot more heart and soul to it. I just think that Rockstar, it kind of huffs their own farts, and it affects the end product at times. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, Trim. I've been having a great time. We've been yapping about art and the direction of our lives, and I've been getting my penis slammed in a car door that is Dark Souls 2. RDR2 is kind of a tragedy because it shows you can cook, but they chose not to with GTA. Yeah, like, I don't feel like they flex their actual writing chops to the same extent. Satire in GTA 5 is 30% spot on, 70% punching down. It does feel that way. Ooh, DLC time? They're good in this game? I think so. Also, howdy, my guys. Howdy, howdy, my guys. Meowdy. Meowdy to my fellows. I like the snake holder. Cool as F. Closed. I'm pretty sure... Do I have the crown? Where the hell do I get the crown? Imagine how bad GTA 6 could be. It could break records. I don't think it's going to be bad because I think that a lot of gamers are used to games that don't actually have story. Like, they play League of Legends for 10 hours a day, and then they go, oh man, I fucking love this game. I fucking love this game. It made me feel things other than hatred for myself. You know? I think the average gamer puts too much emphasis... Where the fuck do I get the crown from? Uh-oh. I thought I would be able to get in. Do I not have the key? I swear I did. Frozen flower. Giant's kinship. I go 9-9 now, 9-9 chat. Thank you, Sean. Thank you for being here and hanging out. What I've seen from Rockstar... Also, welcome, Riley. Good to see you. Welcome back, at least. What I've seen from Rockstar in their modern GTA 5 DLC is sad. They've completely lost their compass for writing. It's going to be so bad. I do not have high hopes. For everybody's sake, I hope it's not bad, but I can't help but be like, this game has been in development for a long time now. Like almost 15 years, right? That's too much. That's too much time. I don't think that you should have a game in a dev cycle for that long. Andy Pants Gaming, why GTA 6 will suck. Nails my thoughts. Nails to the wall all my thoughts on this. I'll have to check it out. HD era GTA games do a lot of post-ironic misogyny that is supposed to be in on the jokes, but it's actually just doing misogyny. I do feel that. I do definitely feel a lot of that. Like, Michael's wife and daughter are consistently portrayed as airheaded, vain bimbos. If they were smart, they would have those characterizations on the surface, then turn out to be fleshed out, deep characters, but they aren't. They're just misogynistic stereotypes. Yeah, I feel like everything about the way that women are treated in GTA is... I mean, obviously it's supposed to be, like, making fun of this stuff, but you gotta have more depth if you want to have that sort of credit. Don't get me started on Trevor. Yeah, there's just so much. Worst character ever in all of gaming. I would agree that he's just a... I don't feel like... I feel like the good ending of that game is that you do kill Trevor. I need to figure out how to get in the DLC as well. I feel like the good ending is killing Trevor, and then nobody else has to interact with that guy. Like, he's just gone. I don't even know where I'm going anymore. My brain is... I'm just going back and forth in a circle. What did we get from Vendrick? Did we get his crown? No. The Drake helms, nope. Okay, 1 second, guys. I gotta figure out where we go next. How to access DLC DS2. Sorry, 1 second. I'll require a key because they're behind a door. Locations are DLC for the Winter Shrine, Iron... Okay. What do they add? There's so much! Has moved to the locked door in the pit in Majula. Black Gulch killed 2 giants. Oh, okay. I see, I see. What if we tried to capture the Madcap canonically in the PC-generated chaos thing that Saints Row does with the boss, rather than being fairly lighthearted and fun about it? It's just depressing and mean and shitty and racist? Yeah. Yeah, I just don't like Trevor. I feel like Trevor... Like, you got... It just makes me disappointed. More than anything. Also, I need to go get a ring. So we're gonna go do that. Like, the dichotomy of these two things... You can't have... I don't feel like you can have the open world adventure kind of game like that to the same extent. When you're like, haha, you're insane. Everything they're trying to do with Trevor, Saints Row 2 through 4 do better with their PC much better. Absolutely. The Saints Row series, like, you know, I've only really played 3. That might be a fun... I could see that being a fun group play kind of activity for stream. Ow. I did not enjoy playing as Trevor, but I understand why they added him to the story. If I remember correctly, Saints Row 2 has multiplayer. I think it does. Yo, Arvid too. Oh my god. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Arvid. How was the driving? Let me give a shout out to Arvid here. I love Arvid. I love his driving. I love everything about the stuff that he does. He does music too. If you like indie stuff, it's very good. I say this every time. I think next paycheck I need to send Arvid $10 through Bandcamp because I listen to those albums and I go, this is music, man. Told me I'm excellent. Absolutely. Durka, I want to be clear here. You're also excellent. Any bit of acting I see from you, I'm just like, this guy's got talent. These people, these motherfuckers are so slept on, it's ridiculous. Don't have to, but that's extremely kind, thank you. It's just, you support your artist that you enjoy. Arvid is a good driver. If all truck drivers like him were like him, America's roads would be safer. Now, Arvid, I have said a lot of very nice things. I feel like I need to follow that up with... You don't have your driver's license? Do you just live in a good area for not needing to drive? Because unfortunately, I feel like in America, it's like, you gotta know how to drive. What's my special talent? You can't make music and drive. That's true. Bub, I think you are very good at turning situations that would be very awkward into something that would be comedic. Bub is also... hang on, let me give a shout out to Bub, too. Thanks, bud. I'm not an artist, though. Arvid is an actual artist. Durka, you're coming into the stream where somebody said, I'm the motherfucker that says performance art is still art. Do you get behind a camera or in front of a camera and go, acting is not an art? Hang on, let me give Bub 2. We got a 9 ad here. Liam says musicians are not artists. I don't think I would trust anything that Liam has to say about this. I think that guy might be a little bit brain poisoned. Wait, true? I just think that our modern preconceptions of what art are... Odd shout out Liam. I'm not shouting out Liam. Also, hi Young Sumo. Good to see you. I want to catch another one of your streams, Young Sumo. Or I should just say Sumo. I think that you're a... I love the streams. I think you got a very dry sense of humor. I'd be more inclined to shout you out than Liam. In fact, I'm going to do that in just 1 second. You and Stanch both, I see so much, great stuff from the 9bad community. Oh no, not the Assassin's Creed 4 suggestions. Riley, don't worry. It'll get there. Oh my god, 4? Do we have more? For everybody not in the know, we do a Brongo-esque raffle every other game. AC4. Riley. No, that's it. Okay. Good to know. Let me do another shout out for Sumo here. I genuinely think that so much of 9bad, the 9bad community and just everybody has so much artistic potential. I love seeing it. I think it's an absolutely inspiring way to navigate through this wild and wacky world, and I'm happy and very fortunate to have encountered all of you. It's part of what makes me want to do the stuff that I want to do more. Like, I do want to pursue knowing how to make music, and I do want to go into the little bit of acting, and like it's inspiring. Saying nice things to me makes me uncomfortable, but thank you. I won't blow smoke up your ass. I'll turn it back a little bit. But I think everybody deserves to get some positivity in this mad, fucked up world. I would much rather do that than harp on anybody else. Very true. I just think it's good. It's good to make others feel good. Anybody can be... Anybody can be a motherfucker and a right bastard, but it takes a lot of active effort to be continuously positive. This game is so silly. I like how they flatten guys out when you hit them with a giant tooth. Dark Souls 2 is certainly the video game of all time. Certainly the videoist game of all time. That, and I mean, like, I'm playing poorly too, but the best video game of all time. Hi, Egoger. Or is it George? Thank you for popping in, saying hi. Dark Souls 2 is my punishment game. For anybody that wants to spend 50,000 channel points, you too can make me play this game for 3 hours. You got both names right. Hi, Amy. Also a great streamer as well. Punished Venom Mitsend. Is Punished Venom Snake full of positivity and morale boosting? How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm always happy to catch your streams, but usually they're a little late and or during my streams to do so. But good to see you. Thank you for popping in. Forced to wear Jester hat. That's it. That's also one of the channel memes. Kind of. Make me wear a damn clown wig. The ugliest pink clown wig of all time. Oh my god. Thank you for the follow, Amy. Much appreciated. Let me give a shout out to you. I know that you are on that grind as well. Just for everybody unaware that you also stream. I mean, thank you. You're coming into the tiny stream. I appreciate it. 226 day stream streak. What the hell? Yep. We are at 226 days. We're aiming for 365. I think that we can do it. Genuinely, like, sure, my Friday streams are a little shorter, but thank you for the follow, George. Am I okay saying that, or should I just stick with Egoger? Your character's wearing a Jester hat? That's also true. Venom Snake shoots his own guys with a squirt gun? That's me. I'm the damn Jester. I'm shooting my own guys with a squirt gun. I'm both flattening and getting myself flattened by big hammers. Everyone just calls me George. My internet anonymity is dead. Okay, we'll just stick with that then. I'm just gonna stick with George because I feel like it flows better for me. How are the cookies? Oh, you're making cookies too? What kind of cookies are they? Warmed butter a little too much? Oh. They turn out as the best cookies ever? Yeah, what kind of cookies are they? I'm always hunting for more recipes. You wouldn't tell me and I guessed every kind of cookie that exists? No, no! Please, I need to know! Keeping a secret from George, if you guys can guess though. My guess is chocolate chip oatmeal cookies. Gotta sleep. Night Python. Thank you, Mac Daddy. Thank you for being here. Mwah. Get a good night's sleep. I know the answer, so I won't say. That's so funny. Derek does know the answer. Gingerbread? I could fuck with a gingerbread cookie. Ooh, we are approaching pumpkin season. Are you guys excited for pumpkin season? I love a good pumpkin cookie. Negative. Cinnamon, no spoiler. Always excited for pumpkin season. Pumpkin spice is coming. Pumpkin spice is good! I feel like there's nothing wrong with a little bit of pumpkin spice. Excited for my basic cocktail season. I love the flavor! Cinnamon, nutmeg, hang on, there's something else in there. I can't remember what it is. Ow. Gonna be spending $200 on fucking latte a month now? Gotta get your a pumpkin spice a day keeps the winter chill away, right? Buy that giant jug of pumpkin syrup again. Hell yes. Pistols again? Hey. Pistols? Cardamom? Yes, I do think it is cardamom. Cinnamon cookies that have a specific name. Oh, are you making snickerdoodle? I love a snickerdoodle. PSL, pistol, pumpkin spice latte. Yeah, okay, I see. No more questions. I got it. Yes. I love a snickerdoodle. Knife, I think we gotta make some snickerdoodles. Also, I'm sorry about the Keck W's. That is a Brungo redeem for the 7TV emotes. I leave 7TV to the people that really want to spend points on that. What is that? Yeah, you know, the furries that hang out in the chat, I let them decide what furry shit they want, and I go, okay. Riley, can we get a cute furry feet too? I think that one's a you. Fuck ass furries, I mean... Thank you. Anyways, we're just gonna I'm gonna keep banging my head against this. Is this garbage Dark Souls gameplay? Probably. But I think everybody likes the suffering more than they like watching it succeeding. At least that's what I hoped for. Sorry, you know, the 3-hour mark, I try to aim for the 3-hour streams, but I think I may need to... Oh good, and an invasion. What else? What else could go wrong here? Cinnamon cookie. Go to bed? No, it's not the... I don't need to go to bed yet. I promise. It's just more of a 3 hours of banter, and I'm like, I need to get some, like, glucose in my system. I gotta get my blood sugar. Yapping for 3 hours. I know everybody else knows this. But I'm not used to talking for 3 hours pretty much non-stop. Or more than 3 hours. I've been trying to push for 4 lately, but 3.5 seems to be the current, that too. It's not easy. Let him stand up. No! I will not... This is the least honorable Souls game. You think I'm gonna play with honor? Hell no. They're gonna throw 30 fuck-ass dragon men at me? Just every damn area in this game has too many enemies. I meant the invader. The invader is also an NPC, so I'm not gonna sweat it too much. Also, I don't think I'm human, so I can't really get the... I mean, I could. If anybody wants to invade... if anybody wants to play Dark Souls 2... just pop a message and I'll go human for it. Thought I'd do for other people. A lot of invasions also are, specifically in this game, are NPCs. DS1, there's a handful of the, DS1, there's a handful of NPC invaders, but... Also, Riley, didn't you play a little bit of Dark Souls? When did you wash out on that one? Or was I thinking of somebody else? I didn't even ring the first bell. It's not an easy series to get into. Fell off a roof and lost all my souls and motivation. Oh no, Riley, you went hollow. You did exactly what they tell you not to do. Oh yeah, this area. Don't give up, skeleton. Exactly! Don't give up! You too can be more powerful than ever imagined. You too can take over the world. Petrified egg. Hang on, what does that do? Is that a key item? I don't remember where that goes. I do know what I was here for, though. And I believe it was for... Where's my dragon ring? There it is. Get that ring of favor and protection. It's not for me. I don't got the sweat level for it. That's okay. They also say... stuff like try finger butthole, so take it with a grain of salt. That is true. That is true. Maybe the Souls players do have their rum. Why is it always rum? DS2 special is horse. Elden Ring, everything is a dog. Which I mean, like... I would love to pet the dog. I would always love to pet the dog. Alright, I think this is a good stopping point. I need to go find the key before next time, and that's going to require a Google search for the DLCs. And I think there are people that I actually want to raid right now. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it immensely. I love y'all. Thank you, Arvid and Durka, for the raids tonight. I love your streams, guys. I think you guys are swell and inspire me every single day. And everybody in the chat also, y'all inspire me to keep going. Behold, the dog. A swell night. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Let me pop the Discord. If anybody's interested in following any of my socials, Again, this is not necessary if you're not that interested, but if you would like to keep up, we're going to hit 365 days in December, and we're going to do a special stream for it, probably a charity stream. But feel free to join the Discord, check out... honestly, if you don't follow me anywhere else, check out my letterbox. I'm trying to watch movies more, and I'm trying to... I'm just trying to have a better media diet, you know? Anyways, let's raid... Let's go raid Prey. Is he... You know what, we'll just go raid Prey. If anybody wants to participate in the raid message, it is an upside down smiley face, aka open parentheses colon, and that's a typical watch Spoderman. I'm going to watch one of the Spodermans. Yeah, that'll work. We love Prey. I love Prey too. I haven't rated him in a second, so let's go forward with the love. Okay, bye guys. Love y'all. Mwah, 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 mwah. Say hi to Prey for me. I'll pop in and say hi too. Bye.